Guess what I did last night? I decided to go for a chill evening right at home with a cinematic experience of my own. Tuned into a marathon of animated fantasy movies, totally taking a trip down nostalgia alley. The animations, oh, you should have seen them, made me feel like a kid again. So, of course, the digital artist in me couldn't resist doodling some of the characters while watching. It was this crazy dance between pen, paper, and pixels that got my creative juices flowing. I kid you not, those characters started popping off the screen and right into my notepad. And then this idea popped in my head, turning my doodles into VR characters. How cool is that, right? I'm thinking of incorporating these little guys into my VR environments as Easter eggs, like hidden trinkets for users to discover. Surprise package for my Twitch viewers during streams too. I can't wait to see their reactions when they come across a hidden Yoda in a digitally constructed setting. It felt like this neat way to fuse the old and new, the comfort of childhood favorites with cutting-edge VR tech. Moving on, guess who's found a new hobby or a return to an old one? Movies and doodling, my way of chilling and concept creation. Oh, and remember how I mentioned the VR Savant book club last time during our lunch? I've finally got around to reading a bit of it. It's progressing slowly, but trust me, it's all treasure trove of valuable insights in there. Even got Nina on that bandwagon, see how infectious reading can be? So you got a book you're reading right now? I'm hopping off now, you guys can't imagine the queue of 3D models I need to render. So curiosity peaked and geekhood in full swing. I found myself attending a VR design seminar today. Walking through that space, I felt like I was diving deep into the ocean of tech, swimming through a school of tech nerds, each sparkling with their own ideas. The seminar's main highlight, well, brace yourself, was the dawn of an era. AI assistant designed for us, the creators. It's like having your very own digital Picasso at your fingertips. Now just imagine, the complex dystopian city concept I've been juggling with, it just might unfurl effortlessly with this AI art integration. Yes, the same one with the floating platforms, that's been gathering virtual dust in my work folder. If this isn't a giant leap towards the future of art, I don't know what is. And guess what? I surprised myself today. I'm actually serious about taking a leap of faith towards specializing in AI art integration. It's like venturing into uncharted waters, but ones shimmering with opportunities that could potentially level up my game in the VR design industry. Now, I don't want you picturing a dystopian future of robots taking over our jobs. It's all about cooperation, enhancing our skills, and pushing the boundaries of our creative universe with a helping hand from AI. Imagine real-time evolving designs, rapid 3D prototypes, and seamless blending of elements in the virtual world. Feels like wielding the superpower of digital creation. It's like being the new line on a page of history about the future of digital art. I have to admit, the possible implications of this technique have me fascinated, but also a tad worried about my caffeine consumption. I can almost picture hordes of gray clouds of digital jargon hovering above me as I dive into a course on AI art integration. But hey, what's life without a bit of cloud chasing with a coffee mug in one hand and a stylus in the other? Funny thing is, during the chat banter, I joked about my AI assistant brewing my coffee. Scary, isn't it? We're not too far from that reality, are we? Anyway, if that happens, we might just see me switching professions to a full-time gamer with a tech-induced caffeine addiction. Speaking of gaming, Eric has some brilliant news. He's been working on including vintage games in his UI, nostalgia trip alert. Who knows, a VR game night might be on the charts sooner than you think. Snake game, anyone? You know, like a true 90s kid. You won't believe what happened. Yes, I did it again. My wild urban exploration tendencies took over me. I embarked on a midnight photography spree, capturing some stunning nocturnal shots of the city. Every empty street, every deserted alley, all under the naked stare of the moonlight, it was just incredible, you know? Now my gears are grinding to convert these haunting cityscapes into a VR model, replicating the raw beauty and chill vibe. This particular shot I took from a deserted corner of Broadway got me so excited. I could practically feel the virtual textures of the pixelated pathways and silent skyscrapers coming to life. This has the potential to be a masterpiece. My imagination's already running wild with ideas. Of course, Eric is eagerly pushing me to share a few snapshots with him. He's quite persistent, teasing and joking about alien encounters in my night journey. More so, I think he's plotting to get some sneak peeks into my next Twitch stream. And as always, Nina was her supportive self, uplifting and cheery, providing that much-needed boost to carry on with the hard yet enjoyable labor of love. She might be a self-proclaimed coffee addict coder, but there's more to her than just complex algorithms. Speaking of which, I recommended Interstellar to Eric. Because a little inspiration can do wonders. You might want to check it out as well. It's such a treat artistically and intellectually. Who knows, you might come up with some futuristic theories too. Meanwhile, I'm going back to my date with Photoshop. I'll be diving headfirst into a pool of ideas, drafts, and sketches. Twitch stream updates, VR modeling, and Photoshop. My head's going to be spinning in a whirlpool of pixels tonight. But here's the thing. It's the grind that paves the way for art, right? It's nice to have a chat, feels like a breather. You know how it is. Back to work now, creativity calls.